Welcome back, everybody. This is Flamingocraft, episode 7. So, as you guys can probably tell, I've been doing a lot of work off camera. I did add quite a few villagers, but mostly I was busy leveling them all up, which I think you could probably tell by my fancy new outfit here. So none of them are very good except for the boots, which I made sure were good. But the helmet, just fire protection 1, unbreaking 2. The breastplate's fire protection 2, unbreaking 3. The leggings are blast protection 2. And then the boots are feather falling 4 and unbreaking 3, which I got because after I finish my enchantment setup, which we're planning on doing today, then I want to go and start preparing for the end. And in my opinion, one of the most important things that I always need when I go into the end are boots with feather falling 4. So I also got some new tools, some of which aren't very good, but some are. For example, the axe isn't great, smite 3 and fortune 1. And so smite 3 is pretty much useless, and I'm not really sure what fortune on an axe does. I know it's good on a pickaxe, but I know that an axe I can get more melons, but I don't know if there's anything else. So if you know anything about that, let me know in the comment section down below. I got a sharpness 3 sword, which is pretty good. My bow is really good, power 3, infinity, and then I have flame 1, which I've used actually in my cow farm over there to get cooked beef. And then I got this pickaxe from my toolsmith right here. It has fortune 1, unbreaking 3, and efficiency 3. So that's super good. And I'm going to buy a couple from him and combine them so I can get it up to fortune 3. And then I'll get a mending book and put it on this and some of my other better things like the bow and the sword so that I can keep them forever unless I lose them. And then I already have my Silk Touch pick, which you guys all know about. And so in today's episode, I'm going to start it off by doing something that's been long overdue, and that's building my enchantment setup. And so I've been trying to decide how to do it for a while, and at first I was thinking of building an enchantment tree, but I didn't want to put so much time into that right now, and I might do it later. But a fun idea that I had that was actually I got from one of you guys in the comment section. One of you suggested maybe during my nether episode to put a room back here and put nether supplies back in here, which I thought was a cool idea. But then, as I was thinking about what to do with my enchantment setup, I thought it might be a fun idea to put it back here behind the nether portal as a little secret room. So I'm going to fill it out and start filling it in right now, and I'll bring you guys back when it's more far along. So as you can see, I've cleared it out nicely. I need to place down my enchantment table, and then I have my 15 bookshelves that I've been working so hard to get. It's always a little tricky trying to figure out the best way to place these. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, I can always check back. This actually is wrong. Luckily, I have my Silk Touch pickaxe, or this would be super annoying because these would turn into books and I'd have to remake everything. I think if I put that there, that there, I think this works here, but I'm not sure. I just want to experiment to see if it works first, and then if it works, I can experiment a little bit off camera to make it look prettier, but I just want to check to make sure it's all doing good. So no, the level 30 enchant isn't open, but I don't know if that's because I'm not level 30 or because these things, bookshelves. I don't know why the word is so hard for me to remember if the bookshelves are in the wrong spot. So let me try a couple things real quick. Maybe if I put one right there, then if I do this, it still isn't open, but it says 28. So that means, I think, that actually I was fine before and the level 30 enchant was open, but I just didn't have 30 levels, so I'm only at level 19 right now. So I'm going to put that back, not the torch, I'm going to put that back right there, and I'll make this look prettier again later. Oh yeah, I forgot, when the particles are flying, it means it works, so that's doing fine. I'll put a chest, I guess I can just put it right there for now, and I'll put all my lapis in there. And I think that'll be good for now. I should make this prettier in a different episode. And I might add a potions room in here as well. And I want your guys' opinion. Do you think it would look cool if I surrounded this in netherrack like I did out here. If I did the same sort of thing in here, would that look cool? Or do you have any other suggestions? So let me know in the comment section down below. I would appreciate that, because obviously this whole idea came from a comment. So I do listen to your guys' comments and I appreciate them. So thank you for that. I'm not going to do any enchanting right now. I'm not a high enough level and I don't really have anything I want to enchant. But after we beat the dragon, I probably will, because you get like 70 levels or something from beating it. So now I'm going to talk about how to prepare for fighting the Ender Dragon, which a lot of that I've actually already done off camera. So I mentioned earlier, I think it's important to have boots with feather falling. Ender chests, it's important to have one, two, one in your base and then one with you when you're exploring the end, but you don't really need it when you're fighting the dragon, but it's always nice to have one. You're going to want a bed with you, and so I'll take one of these beds right here and bring it with me to set your spawn point in the stronghold. You're going to want at least 10 obsidian and flint and steel so that you will be able to open up another portal there. Obviously, sometimes nether portals have been working very well on this realm, but I'll try it. And if not, I may just have to take long walks there and back every time, which would be a little obnoxious, but that's okay. I think it's also pretty important to bring some glass bottles. I'm going to bring a whole stack. You probably don't need that many, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. And then you're going to need some building blocks. I'm just going to bring some scaffolding because I have a ton of that because I live in this biome, but any block will work. You'll need a bow and some arrows. Also, I forgot to mention, I got wither arrows from my Fletching villager, or whatever they're called, Fletcher. And so that is pretty cool. I've never actually had those before. I've never even fought the wither before, but I do plan on doing that in this series because I think that would be cool. I'm going to put away the netherrack that I brought because I don't need that. Also, just to give you an idea of how long I've been leveling up villagers, look at all of the tools that I have. Way too many. But I have a plan to do something fun with those later. And I think that's mostly all you'll need. You're going to want a bucket of water. I forgot to mention, but you pretty much always want a bucket of water with you in Minecraft. And then it's also a good idea to have some ladders. So I'll build a couple of ladders right now. And then I think we'll be able to start looking for the stronghold. Hopefully it's not in the water. I'm worried because there's a lot of water around my base and around spawn. I'm pretty worried that the stronghold will be in the water, which can happen and is not fun at all. But if it is, we'll just deal with it. We'll figure it out. It's nothing too bad. Oh, forgot to mention, you're also going to want to have a good amount of torches with you. I have a little over a stack. Might be better to have some more just because exploring the stronghold, it can be pretty dark in there. But that's probably enough. I think we're pretty set. You'll want a good source of food, obviously. But I think we're ready to go. And so you'll obviously want a sword to fight the dragon with. But, I mean, most of that is just blowing up the crystals and then actually hitting the dragon. Isn't that big of a deal. Some people like to bring... Oh, I forgot my Eyes of Ender. Some people like to bring a carved pumpkin. But I play on Pocket Edition, and so the screen is already really small, and so covering it with a pumpkin makes it way too hard to see anything, so I'm not going to do that. But that is something that you can do in your world if you choose. And it's something that is pretty helpful. A lot of people do it. I'm hoping 11 Eyes of Ender will be enough. We may have to go get some more Ender Pearls once we find the stronghold. But this will be plenty to find it, but to actually fill it in. I'm going to put some in here just in case I die, because I'll only need about 4, hopefully, to find the stronghold. And with that, I think it's time that we go searching for the stronghold. So, in case any of you have never actually looked for a stronghold, the way, which is how you get to the end, if you don't know what that is, the way to do it is you get Eyes of Ender, which is just a blaze powder and an Ender Pearl. And you go somewhere high is better, but you can do it anywhere. And you hold down and you throw it. I didn't mean to throw two, but they point in the direction that you need to go. Sometimes they explode, sometimes they just drop. And then you're going to want to travel a couple hundred or so, maybe a couple hundred blocks in that direction, and then throw another one. And you keep going until it eventually pinpoints you to where it is. Once it just goes like straight down, then that's how you know you're close. and you just keep going, and then you'll dig down because the strongholds are going to be underground and possibly underwater, but hopefully just underground. And so searching for it isn't going to be very interesting, so I'll probably just cut you guys back when I find it, unless there's anything cool that I find that I want to show with you. So I'll see you guys in a second, hopefully by the stronghold. So this is a little bit off topic, but I found a dog, which is super exciting. I actually always carry... He looks like he's having a seizure. I don't know what's going on. You okay, buddy? Well, hopefully my dog's okay. Apparently he has problems. But I always carry bones with me in case I run into a dog. And I just did. And then I also ran into this, which I don't know what this is, because it's definitely man-made. It's not a naturally generated structure. I'm wondering if I just found solid salamander space, because, oh, I definitely did. Holy crap, he's doing a lot of work. Because a couple of, like, I've just seen like that on his videos, but he hasn't uploaded in a while, but he's been playing a lot. And so I've been seeing a ton of, like, I've been seeing him on here while I've been playing, but he hasn't uploaded a video in a while. And I guess I know why. He's been very busy. This is cool. Well, I guess I won't show too much of it because I want him to be able to show it on his video. But definitely go check out his videos. They're getting pretty cool. And then I need to throw an ender pearl again because I think I'm getting pretty darn close to the stronghold. I've gotten a lot of blocks. I've gone through like the whole ocean. Well, obviously not the whole ocean because Minecraft, everything is unlimited. But I've gone through a lot of ocean. And so we'll throw one and over there. Looks like this may be pretty close to solid salamander's base, which would be really nice for him if he's right by a stronghold. And my dog is still having a heart attack, which is sad, but that's kind of fun actually. I'm okay with it. But I'll bring you guys back hopefully when I find the stronghold. So I keep getting distracted, but I found a beehive, and I feel like there's no beehives anywhere near my base. So I feel like I have to get this one. But also, I'm not sure if it has to be directly under the beehive. So I'm going to put this on a block and then put it there. And then I'm going to try and lure the bees back into it because I would like to get some bees in there. Did it return while I was doing that? Because I don't know where the bee went. I saw one over here just a second ago. I don't think it's in there. I'll look around a little bit, and I might just take it. I don't think there's any bees in there because you can usually hear when there are. They make a little buzz buzz sound. I guess a bee sound. I probably didn't need to have to make it for you guys, but that's all right. I'm just gonna take it, and if there's no bees in there, oh well. I'll leave that there because I already have too many things. All right, but I keep being distracted. I'll throw another ender pearl. Hopefully we're close. Where'd that one go? Oh, we are close because it just switched direction. So that means I passed it when I was walking around. So I'll probably bring you guys back in just a couple seconds. All right, everybody. I have finally found it. I used way more ender pearls than I would have wanted to. I'm going to use one more right now so I can show you guys what it looks like when you actually find the stronghold. Hopefully it doesn't break. But as you see, I throw the ender pearl and it just sinks right into the ground. And so that means that right here, and I did lose it. Oh, no, it's right here. Cool. It's a bummer. But that means that right here is where we want to go. So I'm going to dig a little hole right there. And I'm going to dig all the way down and find it in a second. But first, I'm going to build the nether portal up here, actually. Because I'm hoping if I do it in an open enough area, it might actually work this time. That might be faulty logic and not work at all, but I'm going to try it. And if it doesn't work, oh well. But usually I put my portals in the stronghold room. But I thought I'd try this time and see if hopefully this will connect to the right spot in the nether. I'm not going to go through yet though, because I don't want to have to walk all the way back here without first exploring. I'm also going to have my dog Retsy sit, because the stronghold can be a dangerous place and I don't want it to die. Now I can't remember if I did bring my shovel, which is nice, so it doesn't last long, but I'm going to dig down and hopefully when you know you've hit the stronghold when you start to see stone brick. It's a little scary having an efficiency pick because you go really fast. Oh, here we are. We have officially made it. And so I'm going to add some ladders going to the top so I can get in and out of here easily without dying. I have my feather falling boots, so I'd probably be fine, but I think it's a good idea to just add these anyways. So you've got to be careful. You don't want to break too many blocks when you're in a stronghold because silverfish can spawn in them, and they are very annoying to deal with. So I'm going to light that area up right there, and then I guess we'll explore the stronghold together. You'll find chests sitting around, and I'll open that in a second, but the stronghold is pretty dark, and so mobs do spawn in here pretty often. So it might be a good idea to run through a little bit and blast some of it, or at least around you, open, so you don't have to deal too much with creepers, which can be especially dangerous in here because you don't want them to have silverfish come out. There's these little like prison things in here, but there's usually nothing in them. I'm going to close that door just so nothing can come through. I want to check what's in the chest real quick. Iron and some iron boots. I don't need the iron boots, but the iron itself could be nice. My inventory is getting pretty full. That's another thing I forgot to tell you guys you should bring is a chest. Is always a good idea, which I guess I don't have to bring one now. I'll just take this one. But it's always a good idea to have a chest because you're going to want to store some things. Alright. The main two things that you want to find are, of course, the portal room, so you can get to the end dimension, but then also the library. It usually has some enchanted books, and it's also really good for getting books in general or bookshelves because we found the spawner room. So what I usually do is immediately come up here and break that. And so that went really well. Sometimes it doesn't go nearly as well, but I'm going to light it up. Usually this is where I put my portal, but I won't do it now. I'm going to grab some water, and I'm going to turn this into obsidian just for the sake of if any silverfish do get out. Silverfish can already be pretty dangerous on their own just because if you don't get rid of them fast, they can bring a whole lot more in, which is not fun. But also, I want to make sure that if they do come, they don't break that and send lava everywhere, which would be even more dangerous. So we found the portal room. I'm going to take a screenshot so I have the coordinates. And unfortunately, there's a random number of how many of these are filled in. Right now, only one is. So I'm going to have to go back to my base and get more ender pearls before I can fight the dragon. But I'll fill all the ones in that I can. So we got a good amount in. I'm going to have to remember I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more ender pearls. I think I already have one in my ender chest, so that's good. I'm going to explore here a little bit more. I'll have you guys probably hear for most of it just because some people have probably never been to the stronghold and it'll be cool to show them it. But I'll probably cut out some of the more boring parts. But we'll go through, see what's down this hallway. For some reason, I feel like the stuff that's downstairs is usually better. And then, of course, after I say that, we run into a dead end. Sometimes when you dig through, you can find more stuff. But I'm not going to do that yet because I've already found the most important thing, which is the portal room. And the only other thing I really care about is the library. And so we won't do too much crazy stuff because I'm pretty sure they generate in every stronghold. Because some are bigger, some are smaller. I know every stronghold for sure is a portal room, but I'm pretty sure they all have a library too. I think they're supposed to. I've never found one that doesn't. And I think this might actually be the bottom of the library. So if so, we lucked out and found... No, it's not. It's just a random room. But there's a chest with a piece of gold in it, which I can't complain about. So we'll keep exploring. I'm going to head back to the portal room really fast, and so I'll probably cut out most of the travel. But I'm going to put an ender chest and a normal chest down in there. And I'm going to put all the stuff for fighting the dragon that I brought and put it into the normal chest. And I'll also probably put the bed down there. Alright, we're back. I'll grab a chest. And we're going to put... We'll want to have our That'll go in there. I'll put those in there. I feel like that's honestly kind of it, because the rest of it I'll put the ladders in there. But everything else I'm probably going to want to have with me going through here. So I guess that'll be it for now, but it's okay. That went pretty without incident, finding the portal room, which is nice. Sometimes it can be a lot more difficult. I've had times where there's hordes of silverfish that come, and I die. And then I've also had times where there's just a ton of time taken trying to find it. It can just be really hard to find the portal room sometimes. And we found the library really fast. I actually cut you guys out for a second, and then pretty much immediately right after I found, which I guess immediately and right after, I didn't need to say that's the same thing, but I found it right after. I'm going to build some shears just because there's a ton of cobwebs in here, and this will help me get rid of them faster because they can be annoying. I will show you guys what I find, but I'll probably cut out the rest of me walking through here because it's just going to be me cutting a bunch of cobwebs. I wish I would have actually waited for the enchantment setup until I found this. Oh, fire aspect, luck of the sea, and channeling. Channeling's pretty cool. The rest of those aren't super cool. Silk touch, bane of arthropods, and channeling again. That's nice. I'm going to put some of this other stuff in a chest because I want to take the books and paper, but I'll come back for that later. Just because those are things that take not super long to get, but they're just kind of grindy things that you need to do a good amount of work to find. I walk around. Usually there's some more chests, and I can't tell. It looks like there is a second level to this, so I have to find where the ladders are. There's always one in here. Oh, there it is. Right after I said that. I'll light it up a bit. There's usually another chest up here. But yeah, I wish I would have waited for the enchantment setup until I went here. Could have just used Silk Touch and gotten all of these bookshelves and would have been way faster. But that's alright. Efficiency 4. That is pretty cool. I'm going to get rid of diorite because who needs diorite? Although, I will be honest, I have actually, in one of my earliest Minecraft worlds, I made a castle out of diorite. Don't hate me. I know my Minecraft YouTuber status is probably being revoked, even though I probably don't have much because I'm pretty new. But I did do it once, and actually I used polished diorite, and I only used it for some of the columns. So I don't think it was too bad, but Iskal, if any of you guys know him, probably would have hated it. But I think it was alright, so I'm not too ashamed of it. I'm just going to leave those books. I don't need them. I have enough. I have a good way of getting leather at home. And so I'll probably explore more of this later, but for now, I think I'm happy with it. So I'm going to go back to the base, through the nether portal. Hopefully the nether portal works. I guess I can just put some of these things in here, and then I can get some more stuff. Ender chests are so nice. I'm a big fan. But I will bring you guys back when something important happens. But I'm going to head out for now. So I found the two things I've wanted. I'll have to explore this more later, because this is actually one of the biggest strongholds I've ever been to, which is really cool. I'm going to light this up so I don't forget about it. But hopefully, and I'll take the coordinates again, just in case. I'm hoping this works. Here's the moment of truth. I really hope this doesn't send me back to the nether portal by my base. But if it does, then I get home quicker. But it's going to take a lot longer to come back. And we are good. This is not the nether portal at my base. So I'm going to look up the coordinates of the nether portal at my base. I have them written down. And then I'm going to create a highway between these two. And I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. So, unfortunately, I made a boo-boo. I was impatient and tried just making a tunnel through the nether to get there because I was really far and there was a giant lava lake in the middle. But I was using my efficiency pickaxe, which was a bad idea. And it was going so fast I didn't realize I walked into a hole and fell down into that giant lava pool and died and lost everything. Which is a huge bummer, but luckily, I got all my stuff from villagers pretty much, so I can get it back pretty quickly, but I'm going to do some work off camera to get some stuff. I'll probably just right now go with some of the armor and stuff that I have in here, so I do have a lot that are just in here, And then I will make that nether portal. Luckily, I was able to at least make it back to my base. So I'll have to connect it up through the nether still. And then I will bring you guys back when most of that is done. All right, it was a bit of a process, but honestly, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I got back all my stuff. I've got another Silk Touch pickaxe, and this one actually has efficiency 4 on it now. I used one of the enchanting books that I got from the library, actually, so that was nice. I got my bow back, except this one doesn't have flame, because I only had one flame book, which is a bummer, but I can get that back pretty easily, I hope. I got another sword, but this one only has sharpness 1, because that's what the villager sells, but I'll just buy a couple of them and combine them to get it back, but I'll do that later. I got my pickaxe back. I got the axe back. Unfortunately, I do not have another shovel, although my shovel wasn't that great. It was just an iron one that I found after killing some pillagers, but that's all right. We got most of it back. Alrighty, so I've built the entire passageway to where the stronghold is, and I'm going to show you guys that now. It's a little bit sketch. Let's see what your thoughts are, but I like it. And of course, there has to be a skeleton sitting here. And I forgot I don't have a shield. Well, I do have a shield, but I was a little scared when I was making this passageway, because like I said, it's a little bit sketch the way I did it. So I wanted to make sure I would be a little bit safer. So I kept a Totem of Undying with me. So I was hoping I'd be able to have extra time to be able to get back onto the cobblestone if I fell into the lava. And I realized I didn't actually make a staircase there, which I should have made. And I didn't do that again, but I'll do it later. I just want to show you guys what I've built so far right now. I'll probably make some additions to the passageway later to make it a little bit safer. And I might enclose it all in glass. Right here, I'm just walking through nothing because I didn't have enough materials or time to add a whole big thing, which I'll probably add later. I'll close it all in glass so we don't have to worry about gas or anything. It'll be safe. But for the most part, what I made is safe. We'll be fine. I'm probably going to add some cobblestone walls to the sides. But I just made it 3 wide, so it's like this. And so my thoughts for this were, I died earlier because I was trying to go through the roof, and I fell down into the lava. So I thought, well, to avoid falling into the lava, I'll just make it on the lava. And then obviously I could still fall into the lava, but I figured I'd just be able to hop right back on, and I'd be fine. And it goes pretty fast. That's the nice thing about nether travel. While it is pretty frustrating, it can be scary and take a while to set up. If you do it right, and once you do it, things can go by really fast because we are already there. I just need to go up this last little staircase, and boom, we are home. Well, not home. This is actually the stronghold, but you know what I mean. I haven't actually tested the portal out from this end. Hopefully it works. That would be a huge bummer if it didn't, but I'm sure it will. And it did. We're good. Let's hope our dog's still here. He is. Good boy. Red Sea. Let me know down in the comments if anyone understands why I named him Red Sea. I'll explain it later, but I want to see if anybody gets it first. I don't know if it's the best joke, but I thought it was funny. So we're going to go down here to the portal room, and we'll probably finish off the episode after we let in all of the Eyes of Ender and complete the portal, and then we will fight the dragon in the next episode. Boom. And there it is. The portal is finished, and we'll go through that and fight the dragon tomorrow. That is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please throw down a like and consider subscribing if you're new. Also, if you like this video, maybe go check out all of the other Flamingos channels. They're linked in the description. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and bye.